Do you always make the same flat, basic rectangle pots? We'll fix that. Today, we are starting from this to this. What's the one small change that can take your pots from beginner to advanced? There are simple ways to make your pots more stylish or elegant while still remaining beginner friendly. We'll be working with angle cuts, a great way to develop precision and progress. On a scale of 1 to 10, this project is a level 3. Level 1 was a simple rectangle. Straight rolls, no tools, a first contact with clay and slabs. Level 2 added height and a soft curve at the base, your first step into shaping. Now, in level 3, we're back to straight rolls, but with more pieces, new angles and tighter joints. And in level 4, we'll go even further. Curved top and bottom, added rim, more complexity. So this one is not a turning point in difficulty. It's a small step that makes a big visual difference and gives your pots a more professional look. Let's build it.